Hello. Okay. Right, I think we're there, everybody. So, this is a half-an-hour conversation. This is a half-an-hour conversation, a preview to a great seminar. What's the seminar about? Well, it's a creative writing and recovery seminar. And it's really about helping people with mental illness, whatever your condition. Whether you've had depression, manic depression, bipolar, OCD, body dysmorphic disorder, anorexia, coffee depression. I think there's one coffee depression these days, isn't there? Any one of the 600 or 700 psychiatric terms, then I'm here to help. I'm your man. I'm 36 years old. I've been publishing people with mental illness for 10 years. My name is Jason Pegler, and I'm the owner of Chipmunkapublishing. It's a ridiculously sounding name, I know, I'm sorry about that. But the last time I was really depressed was in 2000, so in June 2000. That was the last time I was depressed. And what I did is I bought a chipmunk as a hand puppet for £1 in a charity shop in Streatham, London, the UK, England, Earth, that's right. I think it's on Earth, yeah, that's right. Okay, it's okay, don't worry. My head's screwed on these days. And I bought this chipmunk, and it made me really happy. It just had a big smile on its face. It looked a bit like Alvin, but then to me it felt more personal. So then I used to carry that chipmunk around with me as a little hand puppet, and it cheered me up. And it became a metaphor for me feeling good about myself. When I was 17 years of age, I thought I was playing a computer game. For 6 weeks I thought I was playing a computer game. It was the best computer game I'd ever played. It was unbelievable. And then I had a eureka moment. I believe everyone in life has one moment in life that is part of their destiny. You know, the moment when they decided to take action, the moment that they decided to live the life of their dreams that they wanted to. I believe in the universe and helping people and making the world a better place. And I believe that we all have the potential to break through and have genius and to contribute to helping people. I feel very strongly about that. So what I'm trying to say is that if you're out there and you have a mental illness, then writing is a great way to get over it and to snap out of it. And if you're listening to this and you're already a Chipmunka author, then it's really still important, because this seminar is not just about writing. It's about writing in a positive way. So I'm going to be giving people creative writing, positive prompts. So let me tell you a bit more perhaps about the books that I've written, and then that can give you an idea of the titles of the books and the potential of what you can write. So the first book I wrote was called A Can of Madness, and that was my autobiography on manic depression. That came out in April 2002. And it saved my life. It made me draw a line in the sand and accept that I had to take responsibility for my life. So that was really, really fundamental in the beginning of my recovery. But by the end of the book, I was still off my head. I was still on, quite a lot of medication, but I had a vision to help people, and publishing really helped me. Then for a long time, A Kind of Madness gave me a great deal of confidence in my writing, and eventually came out with a book, Curing Madness. That was a few years later. What year was that now? Okay, 2006. So Curing Madness came out in 2006, and with the title I was inspired by Cicero's selected works, a great Roman orator who was my favourite person in history when I studied classical studies at university. So with Curing Madness, I couldn't think what to put in it, because A Kind of Madness gave me a lot of confidence, and it was really intense to write. So it's a kind of selected work. So it has film scripts that I wrote when I was a teenager. It had, what else is in there? Let's have a look. So it's got my dissertation at university, Madness in Greek Tragedy, Breaking Through of the Beginnings of Another Memoir, Raps to Recovery, the first rap album that I wrote, a couple of screenplays, and philosophy as well. Yeah, philosophy. Yeah. But what this seminar is about, I guess it's about finding the potential within you and finding it within writing in a place where everyone there has had a mental health experience, and we're going to celebrate that mental health experience, our mental health experiences together. And I think that's really important. And we're going to have fun, so we're going to smile. I'm in our office now in Canary Wharf. There's definitely a lot of opportunity for people with mental illness to change the world. So what is Chipmunkapublishing about? Well, like I said, we give a voice to people with mental illness, and writing saved my life and it changed my life, and I know it can help other people's as well very much. So I wrote a third book in 2007, which is a book on NLP, okay, and Neuro-linguistic Programming, invented by Bandler and Grinder, who have helped millions of people with mental illness since the 1970s. Heroes of mine, and many other people. And in that book, what happened to me is I went to a Tony Robbins event. First time I went to Tony Robbins was 2004. I think it says An Ultimate Guide to Wellbeing, and it just turned my life around. I came off the medication within 3 weeks, 3 months of the event, in liaison with my psychiatrist, I may add, which is always advisable. And pretty soon I was really counselling him because of the damage that psychiatry students could be doing to people in the future if they don't build a rapport with their patient. So imagine this vision anyway. So it's got to the stage where more and more people are being diagnosed with mental illness, that everyone's going to be diagnosed eventually. So at least then we'll all be in the same boat, as it were. So then another book came out, Mental Health Publishing and Empowerment. So this is a way of improving the model. So this came out in 2009, and in it I interviewed 20 authors about why writing is a cathartic model and how publishing is an empowering model. And what I found there was all the reasons that they said, were the same reasons that helped me. So the great thing about writing is that you can, as Derrida, French psychoanalyst, I think, I can't remember now, but as Derrida once said, you cease to become yourself. Okay, so in the moment of writing, you cease to become yourself, and when you've finished writing, that is all a book can be is how you feel at a particular moment in time while you're writing it. So I think that's very important. And if you have a mental health experience, that's fine. If you have a diagnosis, then you might feel that it's difficult to get over it. So you can write about your experiences, that's great, and write a book. But what happens if at the end of the book you're not happy? Now, when I was at university, I read Elizabeth Wurzel's book, Prozac Nation. It was the most famous book on depression in the bookshops at the time. And I really liked the book, but at the end of the book the girl was still unhappy. And I thought, well, how's that going to help the world? So I made my attempt to be happy, and A Can of Madness was happy. You know, went through a lot, like we all do, but you know, nothing compared to what some people go through. And this is what's going to happen in the seminar. So we're going to be sharing our pain, but we're going to be sharing our passion, and we're going to be in a safe place. You can bring a carer with you if you want. So you know, a carer can pay as well. You need to like pay, you know, one each, but that might be a way of doing it, or a partner, or a friend. I'm just going to offer real value. So what we're going to do in the seminar is we're going to have fun. So I'm going to force everybody to smile. You can smile if you want. You can smile if you want while you're doing this. Just try it. I'm going to force everyone to smile for 5 minutes. If you laugh, what happens if you force yourself to smile? You smile. Okay, so now I used to wake up in the mirror every day and force myself to smile for 5 minutes. It's a little technique that I had, and then you find that the rest of the day you are totally happy. And even if you wake up in the morning and try to be miserable, you can, because your physiology just makes you, you know, really happy. So that's a little technique that we're going to use. That's a little golden nugget for you. Then I'm going to help people with the titles of their book. What's going to happen is we're all going to write a page. I think usually I like writing a poem in iambic pentacular. I like that style with the 14 syllables in each line. You can write whatever you want. You can write a film script, you can write a poem, you can write a letter, you can write a memoir, you can write a story, you can write a constitution, you can write whatever you like, so you feel totally free to what you write. But what's going to happen is we're going to start off with a positive sentence, okay? And then we're going to have a positive ending. This is really important. This is really important. And then as soon as someone's written a page, that person is going to read out, they're going to read out what they've written. And then everyone else is going to celebrate. Now, if the person's too shy to read out, that's okay. I will read it out for you. Okay, so when you read the first page, you're going to put your hand out. And by doing this, by celebrating our mental health experience together, we're going to realise that we're not alone. By celebrating our mental health experiences together, we're going to realise that we're not alone. And that is the first key to recovery. That's the first key to recovery. Okay? So I'm going to say that again. It's always good to do things in ones and twos, and it doesn't sound right, does it? So we say something 3 times, it sounds better. By writing about our experiences, we're drawing a line in the sand. By writing about experiences, we're drawing a line in the sand. By writing about our experiences, we're drawing a line in the sand. By celebrating our mental experiences, we realise we're not alone. This is an example of just one or two of the titles there. Ooh. I want you to think now about where you are in your life right now. Are you happy? Could you be happier? Imagine meeting yourself at the end of your life, meeting another version of you, and hope that the person that you meet at the end of your life is not the person that you wanted to be, but the person that you've become. Has everyone got that? So what I'm saying is, it's in the moments of decision that you can choose to become the person that you want to be. Going back to when I was 17 and I was playing a computer game, and then realised that I was in a psychiatric ward, the first thought that came through to my mind was, oh my God, I'm in a psychiatric ward. The only way I'm ever going to get better is create a Hollywood blockbuster movie so that I'm become the Jason Pegler that I wanted to become. And that will stop the humiliation for being in here. That will stop the humiliation for being in this psychiatric ward, because I'm in a loony bin in Coney Hill in Gloucester. And then I can stop the humiliation for every other psychiatric patient in here. And in the world. I want you to know that you can feel safe with me writing about your experiences. And the whole point of bringing you there is to connect, so that you have the potential to finish your manuscript, write as many manuscripts as you want, and if you can finish it, and if you can focus enough, and if you want to serve other people with your condition that you've experienced, then I'll do my utmost to support you through writing and being published for the rest of your life. And Chipmunka Publishing isn't something that I'm going to throw away. It's something that I want to leave as a legacy. It's something I want to leave as a legacy for my children and my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren. And I think it's really important that we all have a responsibility to try and be the best person that we can be. Now, it may be that you're fine and you're really happy with your life, and that's great, and that, you know, that is perfect. But it may be that you just want to give back because you had a moment of anxiety, or you had an episode, or you know, you might have been a trader, and then you just got a bit stressed out and got depressed for a year or something. So you might want to give back and just come to the seminar anyway. And if it helps you book out, and then you can put that book into our system, then we can help more people, because there's 1 million people commit suicide every year, and my goal in life is to aim to make that 0. Now that may sound a little naive, as one journalist wrote several years ago, but that's who I am. I have a utopian vision to do that. I just think that it's the right thing to do. And for 7 years, between the ages of 17 and 25, I was in 5 different psychiatric wards. I spent over 1 year in psychiatric wards, and I spent 2 years suicidal. And I've been out of psychiatric wards for over a decade now, and I've gone in and given a rap performance in the Maudsley, which was a good laugh to everyone in there. If you're watching this now late at night on YouTube, and your head's spinning and you can't go to sleep, and you're manic and you're alone and you're depressed and you're crying and you've got no friends and nobody's listening to you, or you're just trying to break through and something bad's happened to you, what I'm saying to you is there's someone out there who cares, and it's this person who you're watching now. Don't know who you are, what country you are, what you've been through, what age you are. What I'm saying to you, if you've got a mental illness, then that is the only thing I'm focused on in my working life, is to attract people who have a mental illness and you want to do something about it to get better, or you want to contribute to making the world a better place by giving a snippet of your life, or a summary of your life, or some of your poems, or a film script that you wrote, or a story that you wrote, because you care about the people that have the same condition as you. The great thing about books is that books last forever. Okay, these are paperbacks here, and of course when we publish, our books are all available on Kindle, iPhone, Google Books, available to all different bookshops throughout the world, machines, you know, whatever's not been invented yet, you'll be able to get them. You'll be able to, people will be able to get your book when you write it, when it's published by us. People will be able to get hold of it, so don't worry about that. So I feel blessed that you've listened to this. I feel blessed that you're out there and that you care about your own mental health, because that is very important. Maybe that's the most important thing. What I'm saying to you is that you love yourself enough to want to do something about your condition, about your experience, and writing is a great way of getting things off your chest, getting things out of your mind, and really bringing your life into fruition. Just think about how many people you could help if you got better. Imagine that you'd passed away, okay, and that you're in heaven. And it's great, everything's great in heaven, you're having a great laugh, okay? And then somebody comes up to you, an alien from another planet, and he goes, "Alright, Jace, alright, John, alright, whatever your name is." And they say, "Hey, where are you from?" And you go, "Hey, I'm from Earth." I say, "Earth, wow, what a great place. That is a great place. You know, great place. What did you do on Earth? What was your role on Earth?" Excuse me? What did you do on Earth? What was your role on Earth? What was your contribution on Earth? How many people's lives did you affect for the better? How did you make Earth a better place to get into heaven? Writing lasts forever. It's something throughout history that lasts. Okay? And I love new technology, you know. And writing goes into new technology all the time, just as video writing and video books will as well. So they say the power of the pen is mightier than the sword. This is your opportunity to make yourself better, make a friend or a family member better, and come with them. It's your opportunity to say yes and decide to make the world a better place. And we all want to do that. I think deep down we all want to make the world a better place. You know, I believe that essentially everybody is good. I'm a bit naive as well, but I believe that, you know, I believe in forgiveness and you know, things like that. I know, yeah, I've done a lot of things in my life that I'm not proud about, but I accept what I've done and I'm proud of who I am. And I think that's really important, that you're proud of who you are. And just before the end of this video, okay, I just want to make sure that you can just snap out of things a bit, because I don't want you to like slumbered or anything. Okay, I want you to finish in a positive state at the end of this video. Okay, so that's really important. That's why I'm just going like this. Okay, so you might want to just stand up, I'm going to stand up and just walk away for a minute and ask you to stand up, then I'm going to come back, okay? Oh! Yeah. So, imagine you start writing, you start being published, you want to improve as a writer. Maybe you want to improve as a writer, you've already had 2 or 3 books published, self-published or published by us, or you've always wanted to write, or you've written, but you never had the confidence to show anyone. And you can imagine all the things, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you tools, I'm going to show you strategies where you can develop your writing, and the secret is that I'm going to get you in a peak state, okay? So, and we're going to share the energy. We're going to share the energy, and it's going to go bang, zoom. You're going to be writing, and I guarantee by the end of the day, you're going to be so focused and so determined to finish your book that you're going to get there. You're going to get there, and some of you will get there a lot quicker than you thought. You know, people daydream about writing their book their whole lives, and most of them never do. So after this seminar, some of you are going to really finish the book really quickly. You know, within a week, within 2 weeks, within 3 weeks, within 4 weeks, within 6 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks, a month. It's all in your mind. You know, however long a book takes, however long you think it takes, and you know how you prioritize and what your belief systems are. And the whole point of this seminar, is for you to develop your writing and you to make a contribution to the mental health debate. Which is really, really important, to making a contribution to the mental health debate. So, do you want to learn how to manage your mental illness better? Do you want to let go of your limiting beliefs? Do you want to learn how to set goals? Do you want to live the life you always thought you were capable of? Do you want to contribute to making society a better place? Do you want to learn how to gain supreme confidence? Do you want to meet like-minded people and graduate in mental health empowerment? What I'm saying is, that's opportunities in future seminars. Okay, so I've gone from A to B, and there I've just gone from C to Z. Okay, now if you want to see B to C, then look out, okay, because B to C will be around in the next 34-minute conversation with me. Okay, God bless everyone, and look after your mental health. Okay, I hope this has been a happy experience for you, and I just want you to smile at the end. Okay. Okay, you're not on your own. Someone is out there who cares about you, and it's me. Okay, so get writing now if you want. Just get writing now, but you know, you want, obviously, look out for the next conversation. Okay, take care. Love you lots.